Okay, guys, I know again I promised Family Guy hot shots, but I promise, hopefully I promise the next time it will be that. This time I did in honor of Mother's Day or Mother's Day month, Rugrats Mother's Day. Now, this was, I forget when, it was one of the season 4, 3 seasons, and there's some things in here I've noticed as an adult or someone who's old enough to understand the concepts of half of these dialogues. So this is going to be a little different. I have notes here to help me a little bit, but I'm going to try not to follow them closely. I'll give my own opinion, like off key as well. But anyway, one thing I noticed from the beginning is that they have this seemingly relaxing scene of macaroni in space. Yeah, kind of weird. If you think that's weird, imagine, what are you babies doing? Like, it cut right to Angelica's face. Yeah, that. I think the kids are a little young for a jump scare. I thought this was a kid show, not a horror movie. But yeah, in all seriousness, Angelica is horrifying. Like, I mean, that nearly gave me a heart attack when I was not paying attention. Like, gee. And like, for example though, like if kids in that day saw Angelica as a role model, I would be horrified. Because it's been even mentioned in some sites where it talks about some like warnings to parents, like what age it should be for that Angelica is a sassy, is a brat, is a role model, isn't a good role model. Some people say Caillou is a bad role model. Yes, he's annoying. Yes, he whines till he gets his own way. But it's genuine toddler, tantrums. Angelica's just plain evil. I mean, I know I should get on to Mother's Day, but that's just the point. Like, there's a lot going on in Angelica's head. Like, anyway, like, she also thinks she's an artist with this macaroni head statue she's making for her mother. And, well, for a 3-year-old, it could be worse. Like it could be a lot worse. She is not an artist. She's not the next Picasso or whoever it was who did it. Mona. I know I'm not good at art history or whatever. Although, for her age, she's really good at poetry. I mean, the saying, how can you be so dumb, or if you're so dumb, how do you live to be one? That, for a 3-year-old, is really good. Not that I'm complimenting her in any way. And, well, once the babies learn about Mother's Day, they try to figure out what to give their mother. Phil says he has candy. And, oh, Phil, just no. I don't think your mother wants anything from your pants. I know, inappropriate. I apologize, but just no. No. And, after that little gross out, you know where they try to look for their mother's gifts? In the couch, of course. It's the best place to give gifts for each other. No, guys, listen. These women spend hours in labor to give birth to you. So the appropriate gift is something from under the couch or in the couch. No. Alright. So, Betty and Dee Dee are talking about, like, Betty obviously fell in Lil's mom, Dee Dee, you know what I mean. They're talking about what Dee Dee's doing for her mom, Minka, and she's talking about going to a spa with her, but she's worried how her mother would react, because the last thing that her mother, or slash Minka, liked was in the 3rd grade when she had that troll costume. And he even admitted in the end, actually, I hated that. So it was only Minka who liked it, so she's worried of doing something that they could do together that they both like. Look, Dee Dee, if the one thing your mother really likes and remembers is you dressed as a troll, something is wrong. Like, she needs to be checked out. While looking through the couch, Tommy finds a cookie that surprisingly doesn't look too bad for being in the couch. The only problem is Phil and Lil both grab it and eat it. Well, half and half, but That's the way the cookie crumbles, right, guys? I mean, that probably still wouldn't have been a good gift. It'd still be in a couch full of dust and that. But, eh. Well, after talking for a bit, Stu comes in to announce he's made a new invention to help her around the house and help her with things in general. There's some robot, like vacuum robot looking thing with a blender on its body. He says it does multiple things, not just clean. It can make breakfast too, or whatever, because there's smoothies Dee Dee, I guess, likes, so he tries to make a smoothie. Well, there's technical difficulties, will this say. Like, will this say it's, nothing can horribly go wrong. Boom! Yeah, let's just say the whole room is a mess. Like, top to finish. And all Dee Dee says about it is, well, at least it cleans up after itself. Dee Dee, there's no way you should see a bright side to this. Because your husband just ruined the bedroom. I mean, yes, it's cleaning, but if it doesn't do its job right. If it can't do the job that it's programmed to do to make a smoothie, it shouldn't be able to clean up the whole room. Just saying. Well, while discussing it, Chucky comes in. Obviously, Chucky wasn't there before. And he asks what they're doing. When finding out that they're looking for gifts for their mom for Mother's Day, Chucky says, well, I can't help you guys because I wouldn't have anyone to give it to. And then Lil's like, oh, right, you don't have a mom, do you, Chucky? Lil, like, this is one thing that genuinely bugs me in this episode. One of the things. Because I know it, like, she's a baby, and it's meant to be innocent. Oh, right, a reminder. But look, if it was a reminder simply, oh yeah, you didn't eat yet today, did you? Or, oh, you did eat yet today, or what, already ate today, or something like that, that's okay. But she's reminding him he doesn't have a mother. I think that's a little sensitive. And imagine a kid who's lost his mother watching this. I mean, right to his or her face. Oh, you don't have a mother or you don't have a parent, do you? That would not sound right. The way Lil looks would say that bugs me. Like, and Chucky just goes, nope. I mean, he is a baby too, but maybe if the children were a little older, it might be a lot worse, but still does touch a nerve a little bit. I mean, he actually does have a birth mom who doesn't. Her name was Melinda, and she passed away, for those old enough to know, because it's not mentioned here. And that's the next topic. They won't even say the word died in this whole episode. I watched it. I listened. As much as I could, but I know they didn't mention it. That's a word you could hear and know. Because, in fact, like, Dee Dee is about to bring up the word. It's almost mentioned when she says, Melinda. Chaz cuts her off saying, whatever, where you just, like, making an excuse for giving a bunch of her things away, you know, to hide, because he doesn't want Chucky to see it, or he doesn't want to be reminded of it. But that's another small thing that bothers me a little bit. I know this is the 90s, and back then, best kids were more sensitive, or whatever, precious, or whatever, but they don't even bring up the word die. It's as if they think the kids are too sensitive. Yeah, I know death is a sensitive topic. I understand, like, in a sense, I do. But kids should trust kids to be able to ask their parents to explain it to them better. The parents shouldn't be afraid to explain death, like if they see it in a kid's show. Kids are not stupid. Especially, like, it says on the thing that maybe 6 and older, like, would watch it. By then, kids sort of understand. They don't understand the permanentality of it, but they understand death means no longer here. Right? At this point, like, the spirit is out of the body. Or the spirit went to heaven. Like, Like, for example, okay, I don't want to bring this example up, because I don't really care much for 19 kids and counting anymore, but kids as young as 4 in the Duggars family attended their grandfather's funeral. They knew, they explained to them, they weren't afraid to sit down and talk about the reality of death to their kids. And some people will feel, like, off about that, but they did the right thing. They didn't treat them like they were stupid. Back to the thing more important, which is this show. But they should just at least bring it up and educate. You know what I mean? But back to the more interesting aspect of it. Sue and Betty are in the room with the machine Sue built, and Betty reads over things Stu said about what being a mother is like. One of the first things she reads is, when they get to bed, rub the husband's feet. His feet. Yeah. That's the type of way Stu thinks, Betty has the right to be worried. So she takes over the little instruction plot, and this is their own little plot that she's laying it back and rewriting everything about what it takes to be a mother, which will end hilariously, by the way, but that's still a point. Again, the kids are looking for presents, and again, Phil, no, a worm is not a good present for the mother. Wait, are you saying that you guys give her one for Christmas? Oh my god, Lil, you're just as bad as your brother. Literally, no, that's not what to give a mother to. So during this whole, ignoring that, during this whole thing, we are told about some of the kids' fondest memories, right? Like Phil and Lil having their first laugh and making their mother happy. We also learned Tommy was probably premature, because he calls it fish tank, but he was in an incubator. I mean, okay, I can accept the fish tank scenario. Like, this time, I'm trying to think of how to explain it. That is not really dumbing it down for kids. I mean, they don't bring up he was premature, but Tommy wouldn't understand that. Thing is, let's go back for a second to what I said about the dying thing. It was an adult. It was 2 adults talking about what happened to Chucky's mother. And they know what dying means. Where anytime Tommy brings something up, or the kids bring something up, and nothing is mentioned, like whether the reason why they were in this situation, they don't understand. They don't know. They're a kid. They're babies, I mean. So the way they did it, like, they didn't do it justice with Chaz and Dee. The death should have been allowed to be brought up by one of the adults. Where the kids, anything like that, I can accept. I know I said kids aren't stupid, but they're literally toddlers, so they see your world differently. That's different. I found they always did the things with the toddlers correct, and their minds skewed. But anyway, that's just an interesting thought. Okay. Now, they finally get an idea to try to find Chucky a mother. Really. And one thing is really funny. Tommy says, well, we found your shoes when they found the mother. We found this. Tommy, finding a mother isn't exactly the same thing as finding a pair of shoes. It isn't that easy. But anyway, yeah, let's get on with it. But Phil and Lil said the smartest thing I think they have ever said in their lives, in Rugrats, anyway. Anyway, back to before. They tried different things, like a lamppost, or a dress holder. Chucky hugs it, kind of cold and lumpy, doesn't work out. They try Spike, yes, Spike, who just licks him and drinks water and scratches his fleas. Now here's to the point I was going at. Phil said, I think mom has to be a human. Or has to be a person. And Lil says, and I think it has to be a girl, too. Bravo, guys! You two, the smartest thing you two has ever said, and you were actually the smarter ones of this video, or episode at the end of it. Yay! But on the other hand, Lil makes a pretty bad mother. I mean, ant-infested milk spitting in Chucky's face. Oh my god. Well, wait, what? Angelica? Being his mom, is it too late to, go back to Lil? It is? Oh my god. Well, yes, guys, that happens. Angelica volunteers to be Chucky's mom when she overhears everything going on. And she gets him to help with her macaroni head. This whole little misadventure is gonna go somewhere, guys, trust me. The first thing Angelica does as a mom is rename Chucky to Blaine. Yeah, I can see some identity problems coming later in his life. I just know it. I mean, he goes with it. And Chucky finally finishes the macaroni head, which Angelica says, "Oh, my little brain, you're such a good..." Yeah, you know what? You don't want to hear it. One thing Angelica is inconsistent. Or, you know, not inconsistent. We'll just say this. Like, she wants a hat on her macaroni head, and Chucky asks what type of hat, and she says, "Oh, any old hat will do." Here is a montage of 3-4 hats later. No, too blue, too icky, none of them work. But the funniest thing is, last one was, what am I, an elf? The hat looks good on Angelica, though. I think they should have stuck with the elf hat. Okay. And after that, she decides on a flower because none of the hats work. They go out there. Angelica finally picks something she likes. The issue, there's a bee that flies on it when he's about to pick it. And you would think, oh, any good mother would just say, "Oh, okay, honey, that is okay. We'll find another flower." Angelica makes him pick the flower, and when the baby's trying to defend her, well, actually, no, she doesn't know about the bee on it. When the babies confront him, she's like, "Okay, you don't have to pick the flower, but my mom will be so..." She makes him in a reverse psychology way. And so he goes, grabs the flower, the bee starts chasing him, as I said, chaos ensues. I mean, the machine gets out that Chaz was working on. Because, we'll just go back. Oh, wait. Okay, no, the machine gets out. Okay, I think I'm out of order, am I? Sorry. The machine somehow gets out, and the bee, he's running to the bee in front of the machine, and he gets in. By the time he gets in, the flower just has one little yellow thing, which, by the way, is a weed. I forgot to say this. It's a damn weed that Angelica wants. So she causes Chuck to be in all this danger for a damn weed. What's even worse is when he shows the flower or the weed, she said, "It's a great stick with a thing on it, and blah, 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 after all I've done for you." You know, she gets all upset and insults him, and, like, oh my god, like, Yeah, the worst mom of the year award goes to, well, we know. But karma does bite her in the ass when Chucky accidentally knocks over her macaroni head. Although she yells loudly, but she acts like a jerk again and locks him in permanent timeout. And says she's not going to be Chucky's mom anymore. Hallelujah! Yeah. And so they talk about, things, and then he realizes that he has a mom, his dad. Now, guys, don't go into outrage for those who are against that type of thing. Because that is true. Some fathers are like the mother as well. And they cheer because now they can find presents for their moms. But then Lil just thinks that they're all in timeout forever. Well, Lil, did Angelica put a blockade in front of the door that she clearly left ajar? Just walk out! But yeah, they still look for presents in the closet, even though they could clearly walk out. It's not that simple. I mean, okay, I know she's a baby. Again, the mindset is of a baby. But it looks silly from my point of view. yeah, way to go, Betty. We're back with her. She types in everything to be a mother, and she overloads the machine. So you're not much better than Stu. Like, great mother advice, though. I gotta say it is. Now, I usually don't compliment Charlotte. Like, Angelica idolizes from her mother, and her mother is a big business, like a big boss, and can be bossy and that. But there's one thing that I think Angelica can learn from her. Like, Angelica walks in crying about the baby shroud in her macaroni head, and Charlotte still loves it. She says it's something, I forget what it was, but she still loves it. No matter what, whose fault it was, whatever, she loves the big mess that Angelica gave to her. Learn something from your mother. I never thought I'd say this. Actually, learn the right things from your mother. The passion of being a mother. I mean, I will give that any props I can give to Charlotte. That is it. So, Dee Dee and Big Car are talking about their little mud thing and Mika saying $80 for mud and water that we could easily get in their own backyard, but they walk into a big explosion and a mess, which, because of the overload of the machine, it's all doom. And Dee Dee breaks down, stating that she wants to do something they both liked, and Minka hugs Dee Dee and says she likes this. So that is a sweet moment. I will give that to Minka. She isn't all that crazy. It's funny, the one thing she liked, though, but the kids get out of the closet and they give their mom their gifts, and Chucky gives Chaz the picture of Melinda, Chucky's mother, and Chaz breaks down. And just takes it and walks away, breaks down. Dee Dee states that it is about time that she shared it with Chucky and that they could miss her together, which is a beautiful message that you shouldn't be afraid to share the parent with the child no matter how young they are. And it ends with a beautiful scene of a poem that Melinda wrote to Chucky about her being in the wind and the grass and just being everywhere with him. So, guys, I do think this is, especially for kids, it's a really nice episode. It is a tribute to mothers. But there are some things, like the way Lil brought up about Chucky not having a mother, to just about finding a mother so easily, to how to be a good mother, and how to love your child no matter, well, actually, that's good. But about how not to be a mother, and just silly shenanigans. It was so good, stupid, all in all. I mean, I don't like and I also don't like the fact that they don't really teach kids about death enough. They should have been a little harsher with that tone, but I think it's a pretty good show. The lessons are okay. So anyway, guys, I apologize again for not doing hot shots, but hopefully next video will be that. And I will see you guys in my next video. Bye!